is up, good people? So, for this episode, I thought about something. I never gave you all the second half of the kitchen nightmare. Thanks to my ADHD, my head kind of just be everywhere when I want to tell y'all stuff. So, I'm going to give you all the finale. This would be the second episode treat that I'm giving you all since I missed last week. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out Generational Curses. It's about the conversation nobody wants to have, and I'm looking to hear people's input on that. Anyways, the last thing we left off on in the Wild Restaurant story, the kitchen nightmare, we were talking about how Fran lied about her mother dying. Now, if y'all excuse me as I keep looking over here to the right, it's because I am reading what I typed out. I kind of do this to kind of keep myself centered. So let's get into it. Now, at this point, with Fran lying about her mother dying, I was pretty much tired of her BS. I was tired of covering for her. I was tired of making excuses for her. I'm like, she was giving days off just for me to find out that your mama not even dead. Her girlfriend even said, well, if her mother died, then why you want to invited to the funeral? Yeah, you right. Why wasn't I invited? Her recklessness and self-sabotage, it didn't even just go towards me. It kind of spiraled out of control into the restaurant. Like, everybody's getting tired of her shit. She even got mad at me because the eyes was no longer on her for promotion. Now that it shifted my way. Me, originally, I'm cheering her on. Good, I want you to do that. I want you to do good. Go ahead, be a manager. I don't care, because I didn't care at that time. I wasn't interested in being a manager under the GM anyways, because I did not trust her. Now, my girlfriend texts me one morning and goes, man, what the fuck is wrong with your friend? And I said, what she do now? Well, she came in, everybody said hey. I said hey, what's up to her, and she looked at me and just gave me a glare. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna check her ass. I'll check her ass tomorrow when I got. No, babe, don't worry about it. So babe saved you from getting your ass whooped. Anyways, one of the girls in the restaurant, she was related to the elder stud. Um, I don't know if it was just like God family or whatever, but family is family. So the elder stud was a little worried about Fran being close with this girl. The girl was younger than us, and she saw Fran's toxic ways and all that stuff. And she was like, I don't want to, intrude or whatever, but if I got to step in, I'm going to do it. And I said, you know what? You do what you got to do to protect her at all costs. Anyways, the girl and someone else from the restaurant, they ended up throwing a party. And I don't have all the juicy details, but from what I was told, Fran basically showed up and showed her ass. And it was to the point that they had to put her out. Then I see her girlfriend post on social media about her car. I'm like, well, what the fuck happened to your car? What's going on? She's like, she told me that she damaged my car, but she won't bring it to me. She won't send me any pictures. She just keep beating around the bush. And I'm like, she damaged your car. Well, shit, is she okay? Well, was this before or after the party? What party? Oops. I didn't fucking know, y'all. I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't know she didn't know this girl was going to a party, but I'm like, so what's wrong with the car? No, what party? Okay. I just know she went to a party. Don't know the juicy deets. I just know she got put out. So then I see that Fran got attacked. Girlfriend is telling me she got attacked. She's in the hospital. So I texted GM like, hey, get ready. Get ready to get her days covered. And she was like, oh, baby, she got more than just attacked. And I'm like, well, what happened? Honey, she sent me these damn pictures. Fran got that ass whooped, honey. I don't know who it was that whooped her ass, but baby, I'm talking about face was swollen, eyes swollen shut, lips just it was just gone. And I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing because at this point, I'm over your shit. You lying to people, telling them you ain't got no way to work. It's to the point that the managers is asking me, do I got a way home because you done manipulated them and told them all types of shit. And I'm like, hey, I got a weekly bus pass. What you talking about? You done lied about your mother dying. You're being a shit friend and you've been disrespectful towards my girl. You need your ass whooped. So of course, I told the GM, I'm like, well, she ain't, I wouldn't want to come to work like that either, honey. She got her ass whooped for Jesus. Not too long after that, Fran was eventually let go. It was just time. I mean, what else can you do for this person? So the district manager, he started making more and more visits to the restaurant. Apparently another complaint was put in anonymously and the numbers wasn't off. I mean, no, the numbers, they were off, not wasn't off, sorry. Now during this time, me and my girlfriend, we started clashing heads a lot. Like it was just getting bad. She was 4 years older than me and she acted like she was a teenager. Just simple adult stuff, handling your business, managing your money well, things like that, and just being thoughtful of the fact that you're a partner. But that's a whole nother episode. So one day me and her got into it so damn bad that I kicked her ass out. Get the fuck out of my house. Now the job, we had a group chat and somebody had posted like, hey, can somebody take my shift tonight? Blah blah blah. And she's like, I'll take it. So the GM's like, but you're not trained for that position. And I text the GM like, nah, go ahead and let her do it. She need it. She gonna need that money anyways. Oh, so now you care. Hold on, bitch. What? Remember I said she tend to be a little bit more focused on what was happening in my relationship than actually running her damn restaurant. And her husband wasn't nothing but just her little henchman that chased along behind her. So the next day when I came to work, I was getting some looks and all types of stuff. And I said, "Yeah, I'm sure y'all saw some pretty interesting stuff, huh?" I said, "So just know that I'm really not one to fuck with when it comes to my household." So as I was venting to somebody about what was going on and what basically happened, um, the husband took it upon himself to text my girlfriend everything that I was saying. Remember, I said they were more focused on my fucking relationship than their own. But hey, whatever. Apparently, the marriage was boring, I guess. So eventually, I forgave her and I let her come back. But of course, things still didn't work out. We ended up calling it quits for good not too long after that. Shortly after that, there was one day where I was getting ready to go to work and I get a notification from our group chat saying that the GM left the chat. Okay, so what's going on? All right. So when I got to work, when I tell you there was this tension in the air, like it was so thick that if I took the sharpest knife, I couldn't even cut through it. Okay, so what's going on? So the system manager, he whispered to me, um, she got fired. He fired her. How unfortunate. Hmm, whatever. So I walked up to the kitchen and I took my post as the closing kitchen person. I looked out into the dining room and I saw the district manager talking to the husband. I really wish I could have took a picture of his face because he just looked so dumb and so salty about the events that had just transpired. But this is what happened when you don't do your job. You know what I'm saying? And you too busy trying to be too cool for school and get everybody to like you that you lose sight of the bigger picture. But whatever. So then I got called out. What the fuck do y'all want now? So I sit down at the table, chat, gay, uptight ass was there. And the district manager's like, so we want you to be a manager. I'm like, I ain't like, no, we got word. We kind of heard that you didn't want to work as a shift leader under her, and now that she's gone, we want you to do it. Now, meanwhile, while they're talking to me, right, the husband is out in the dining room cleaning tables. Honey, he cleaned the same table like 5 times because he was too busy trying to eavesdrop on the conversation to see what we was talking about, to see if I was squilling on the gym or anything like that. Like I said, people get themselves in trouble. I had nothing to do with the complaints. I played blind and stupid then. I'm playing blind and stupid now. So I said, all right, let me think about it. I thought about it, and then eventually I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Chet was just excited. It seemed like he just wanted this to happen. You know, he was like a little cheerleader for me. So I started my training, and he trained me or whatever, and I was doing my thing. Promotion come, all right, here I'm a shift leader. I don't care what nobody says. I did deserve it. However, the elder stud, it just seemed like she had the biggest issue with me becoming a manager. They even had a sign up sheet. If you're interested in becoming a manager, please sign this so we can sit down and interview you and see if you'd be a perfect fit for the position. She called up there and had somebody else put her name on the piece of paper. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if it was to scare me or what. Again, I don't really know this lady from a can of paint. And if anything, with you being an elder, you're more like my auntie or my uncle, and you should be giving me advice. But whatever. So it was to the point that she didn't want to come to work on the days I was running shifts, just doing a lot of childish shit. And I'm like, for what? You can't tell me what I did wrong. You walk around here with an attitude. You saying little smart shit. What did I do to you? But I guess that was a conversation she didn't want to have. Maybe it was something that was deeper than me. So husband eventually left, and it got back to me that he told the AM, now new GM, Dom's gonna be a problem. How the hell is Dom gonna be a problem when she helped carry this restaurant on her back? When she looked out for y'all. Even when my girlfriend quit, I came in to work her shift to help you guys out. But I'm a problem. After all the drama that's going on around here, I'm a problem. Okay, yeah, whatever, dude. So, of course, we had to hire more managers. One of them was actually somebody I suggested, vouched for really, really hard. And it was like two other people. One of them was a guy that I called him Machine Gun Kelly because that's what he reminded me of. Like, that's what he looked like. Um, cool dude, but just a shit manager. And when I say shit manager, I mean one day he was scheduled to open. It was also a truck day. This motherfucker waits 2 minutes before his shift starts. No, it was actually an hour into his shift. Now that I think about it, calls me, hey Dom, I don't have a key to get into the restaurant. So you telling me all this time you knew you didn't have a key? You knew that you were about to be by yourself, and you ain't got no motherfucking key, and you just not saying something? So I wasn't driving. I took an Uber and I came up there. So I'm like, wait, taking charge, telling everybody, hey, all right, go ahead and do this. We only got bust a little time before it's time to open. Do this, and this. Everything else can happen as the day flows. Let's just get the most importance together. Meanwhile, I'm trying to help put the truck order up. I'm scheduled to close behind this guy. So I'm also trying to set myself up. This motherfucker sitting in the office at the computer. I looked at him. I said, wait a minute. We need to be paying attention to the most important shit. He had pissed me off, so I ended up leaving. As I got ready to leave, I told everybody, listen, I'm about to go back home. If shit hits the fan, call me. Somebody call me or text me, and I will bring my ass back up here. And I looked at him. It goes for you too. If shit start going crazy, just call me. I will come back early. Because I actually did give a damn. I mean, how else did I get the position? I wasn't fucking my way to the top. I worked my way to the top. Didn't hear nothing. When I actually came in, honey, it was Armageddon in there. There was trash by each door except for the front door. The back of the house was a mess. And it's like, you know how when you come home, if you're a parent and you come home and your kids running to you, mommy, 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 daddy, yay, come here, let me tell you, blah, blah, blah. That's what happened when I walked in the door. And I said, what the hell is going on? My famous line. Dumb and blah, 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 and this and that, blah, 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 one at a time. What the fuck happened? And such quit and blah, 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 this and that. So I look over at Machine Gun Kelly and I give him this look because I wanted to throw something at his ass. Let's go in the office. What the fuck happened? Well, such and such had quit and I don't know and blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, all right. All right. We about to work together and get it under control. Let's get the restaurant in order so I can at least have somewhat of a decent night because it looks like hell in here. So as I'm running and trying to get shit together, okay, honey, you about to leave. Some people had offered to stay over and help. Dom, let me help you. Thank you so much, honey. Blah blah blah. This motherfucker, he talking about some, yeah, my ride outside. I said, your ride. I said, your ride outside, and you just about to leave me and not help. Well, what you want me to do? I said, you were the opening manager. This mess is because of you. This is on your hands. Now, as the closing manager, we'll work together to get it back under control and then you leave. That's the right thing to do. Whenever your shift get out of control, that's the right thing to do. Y'all work together and then you hand the shift over to the other manager. Don't just leave me with your mess. Listen, hey, he wasn't my choice. I didn't pick him, but whatever. Anyways, the district manager, he was still linking around more and he kind of had this persona where he wanted you to bow down to him. Now, in his country, yeah, they want the women to bow down to them. He wanted to push control and his weight and his status around. And it used to piss me off. And I would get to the point and I would go, it's just another black man that'll let power go to his head. And I hated that. And me and him were semi starting to clash heads about it because some of the things he was saying just wasn't making sense. So when I would politely ask him, he would get ask him a question about it, like, can you clarify this or clarify that? He would get pissed about that. The AM, now GM, pretty much is under this man's thumb and then turned into a sellout. So there was a day where he got mad because we couldn't find any of the caution wet floor signs for some reason. And there was detail cleaning going on. Everybody was doing all types of stuff. You know, it's a slow day. Okay, you cool, you doing that. The district manager's mad because things wasn't going his way. Meanwhile, I have X, Y, and Z. People are doing detail cleaning. They made handmade signs of caution wet floor signs because we couldn't find the other ones. We didn't know where they were. So a person that was getting ready to become manager, he started talking shit to her about it. Oh, she didn't do this, she didn't do that. Dominique was doing her fucking job. My customers are cool. Detail cleaning's happening. I'm saving labor, but you just mad because I don't bow down to you. This man talked so much shit that it was at the point where I had just enrolled myself back into school because I had realized this ain't the lifestyle I want to go. This ain't the way I want to go. I don't want to be a general manager. I don't even want to raise up from the level that I'm on right now. And I was just a shift manager. Okay, it's time to go back to school so I can get a different career plan. So when I said that, the district manager goes, I am so proud of you for that. But just to let you know that just because going to school and getting a degree is not really going to help you find a job. That's what he told me. Going to school is not going to help you find a job with these companies. So I'm better off just staying where I was. Yes, this motherfucker said this to me. This is a fucking district manager. Mind you, they had just had a rep come to us about a week prior for some university they were in partnership with, trying to encourage us to take classes and further our education. But then you got the district manager telling me I'm not going to find a job. So it boiled down to one day I'll get to work, and the GM goes, the new GM goes, he wants to fire you. I said, for what? Well, he wanted me to write you up. I said, for what? Because he wants me under his thumb because I'm not bowing down to him. This is the same motherfucker who made a comment about my weight because I had lost so much weight because I had outside shit going on. Now he want to fire me and write me up. Then he tried to play me and say, "No, just sign it. I'm not gonna send it to him. Just sign it." I ain't signing shit. And you know what? This gonna be my last day here. When I left, I put in a full ass complaint and I told the full blown story of what happened. Of course, wasn't they wasn't gonna do shit about it. And then the district manager got back to me that he was trying to play it off. It's so funny how these restaurants they say, "Oh, we're this and we're a family and everybody matters and we really do care about our employees." I laugh because the same company, I see TikTok ads about them all the time and I'm just like, no, y'all are full of shit. Nope, bullshit, bullshit. But if anybody else has ever had a crazy ass story like this or just crazy restaurant experiences, feel free to share them in the comments. I mean, if you know, you know, it get crazy in the kitchen. Thanks for watching.